Welcome back guys, hope you're all good, and in today's video I'm going to be doing some work on the bed, making the worktop a bit more secure and laying some vinyl in the kitchen. And I also want to give out a massive appreciation to you guys for taking the time to watch the videos and supporting the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. And why not give the video a wee like if you're enjoying it, and drop a wee sub to keep up with the build. So let's get to it. So behind the scenes I've cut the top sheet of the bed into 3 parts, and the idea behind it is due to the lack of space in the footwell. I wanted to be able to access the storage without having to lift my feet up all the time, so today I'm making storage lids on the bed for easier access to whatever I need. However, in order to do this I need to strengthen the bed a wee bit more in certain places, so that's what I'm doing just now, just before I put the lids on. So there will only be 2 storage lids that will be usable. The third one closest to the driver is going to be a permanent lid, and the only way that I can access that space is by going to the side door that I'm at just now, because I'm going to use that as sort of a garage to store tools and all the rest of it, so I don't really need access to this storage unit. Just like that, we've got a storage lid. Again, if I can do this, you can do this. Any joiners that are watching, I do apologise if I'm triggering you. So now I'm just securing this into a more fixed position, and what I found as well is when I secured this, the bed just felt a lot more sturdier and a lot more rigid, so it actually helped when I was pushing the seat back and forward and stuff like that. The bed wasn't moving, so it definitely helped and I'm glad I did it. And as you can see on the doors, there's basically drill marks everywhere, but to be honest I don't really care, because the whole process of this was just making decisions and trying to stay out my own head, because if I stayed in there then nothing would have get done. And I always had it in my head anyway, do you know what, it was getting painted and there was going to be cushions over it. It works for me and that's all that matters. See, as long as you're happy with it, who cares? As this is going to be the bed / couch seating area, what I'm doing is just setting up the drill so that I can drill holes into the lids, just so that I can create some air pockets to try and help with the condensation, because there is going to be cushions on it, I'm going to be sleeping on it. I just wanted to make sure that there was kind of an air gap or an airflow to the box underneath, because everything's going to get boxed in, so it was important that could be some airflow. Although I'm not sure if I've drilled enough holes, I'm sure you can let me know in the comments if I have or not, but I tried to look online and it just said as long as you make a few holes on the, you know, the surface that the mattress is going to be on, then that's fine. But again, if this isn't enough holes, drop it in the comments and let me know. So at this stage I'm just sectioning off the bed now, making panels so that every section's got its individual space. And once again I'm just using cardboard to make the templates before cutting the wood. I just honestly found this process a lot easier than just trying to measure it all. Online I've seen something about finding the centre line of the van and stuff like that. I couldn't be arsed with all that because my head was just all over the place, because I knew I had to build it, so I was trying to fight one thing at a time. So I've took rough measurements of where I wanted things to be, etc, blah blah blah, and that's what I'm working off. And that's why everything's kind of one thing at a time, because everything had to be cut and measured separately, because this is a custom build. I didn't measure everything up perfectly and everything else, but again, that's what makes it brilliant, and that's, you know, that's what makes it mine, that's what makes it more enjoyable. And you know, I just went with the flow, and as long as it was working and as long as everything was how it should be, then I'm fine with that. Could it be better? Of course it could, but I done what I could with the skill set that I have, so you can do it as well. So all the panels that are put on the outside of the bed, as well as the kitchen worktop storage area, all of these are basically just temporary placeholders. It was just so that I could visualise how the end result's going to be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pay a bit of attention to the kitchen area. The frame's solid, the frame's feels nice, but it isn't secure to anything other than the floor of the van, so it keeps moving side to side, or you know, back and forward when I'm driving. And the problem is, because on the walls of the van I've got the aluminium insulation there, and then I've carpeted over that, so at this point I'm left wondering how the hell am I going to attach this to the actual chassis of the van, because although it's on the floor, I need to attach somewhere that this can attach to the wall. So as you can see, I'm actually trying in the old seatbelt compartment. Nothing was going through because the drill was catching on the actual carpet. I eventually did get this secured to the van, and it's by one screw, and that one screw has just made this kitchen area just solid. It's not moving at all. I actually get quite lucky because I think I was at the end of my terror and I just forced the screw into the side of the wall, so I get lucky. So lastly, I had some vinyl left over from down the main floor and I just whacked it in here, and because obviously the toilet, the wastewater and the fresh water is going to be here, it just helps a lot more as well to protect the floor should be any spillages and stuff. He's patching it!